Louis, wake the fuck up. But Armand is strong enough to save both of their asses, and he didn't even do that. He did not save not one, not one of them. He let his daughter die to save the love of his life. And there we go. I'm gonna stop tapping that fucking eggshell head of yours. I'm gonna fucking Humpty Dumpty your ass. I'm gonna push you off that fucking ledge. Okay, so what's up, you guys? Hi. So I'm just kind of pissed off. So I recorded episode 8. I was literally editing it, and then I'm having problems with my hard drive and my computer. And so I was like, let's figure out a way to fix this. I YouTube some videos, yeah. I went into my fucking thing and unmat the hard drive and then mat it again. Put it in, see if it works. Still, I have to like plug in my hard drive into my fucking computer like 3 to 4 times for it to like fucking find it and to have it there. It's so annoying. And every time like I move, like the simplest move of the hard drive would disconnect, and it's just so annoying. So I'm trying to fix that. And then I was like, okay, let me go to the erase thing. And for some reason in my mind, I did not stop to think, hey, maybe don't erase it. But like, it's like, it wasn't erase. It was like, it said erase, but it's like you switch it to a different thing. And I was like, okay, let me put it into sensitive journalism. That's what I put it on. And it erased everything, wiped everything from my hard drive. And my dumbass didn't think, hey, maybe if you chose the erase, switch the plugin to another one. I did it, and then I checked and everything was gone. So like every movie that I've watched that I was gonna edit, gone. Challengers, gone. That's the one thing that I'm mostly mad about. And my freaking vampire, my interview with the vampire. And I had like an easy A reaction, super bad, she's the man. And for some reason, I wasn't that mad. Like, I think the reason I wasn't that mad, like, I was mad, but I wasn't, like, crashing out. Most of the time, I would have just, like, crashed out, cried, and be like, I'm done with this shit. I'm not doing this no more. But, like, I didn't do that. I was just like, okay, it happened, so we gotta figure out something else, so it's fine. Starting off from scratch. All my memes are gone. Everything is gone. But it's cool. So what I'm gonna do, because I was like, I'm not about to not upload episode 7. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna recap, and then I'm gonna say what happened in the episode and my thoughts, like the important thing. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about the whole goddamn episode. The important scenes and my thoughts about them. I am sorry you guys won't get like a full-on reaction with the show, because I do not want to sit here and react to it again. I'd rather just sit here and recap what happened and then just talk about it. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. Yeah. And we're just gonna get into it. So episode 15, that's the end of it. Nothing else. We start off where we left off. We got the music in the background. We're at the basement. Their basement where they fucking have the corpse. You got the camera just like going through all the corpse. You hear somebody whining, like moaning, grunting in pain. And obviously I'm like, oh my god, it's fucking Louis. And then we hear him saying, a quiet, peaceful death. What else would it be? And my thought at that process was like, it doesn't sound peaceful. That's like my reaction. I'm gonna tell you my reaction. I was just like, it doesn't sound peaceful. This man is like in agony, crying. A quiet, peaceful death. What else would it be? And it's like, yeah, that's so peaceful. That is so peaceful. And obviously, we get the dialogue of Louis. You know, the extra details, the old poetry, not even like old novelists overly detailing about his pain in suffering emotionally, being stuck in a little confinement. Little confinement coffin. That's what I get. And then, you know, Daniel asks, he talked about the rocks in fucking Louis' feet and didn't believe that Louis actually had the little petals in his feet still.
Are they still there? Right now? In your feet?
If you took an x-ray, they'd look like little cancer.
You could remove them anytime you wanted to.
Or maybe he has, and he's been lying to you all these years for effect.
Which, at that moment, I'm like, okay, Daniel. Like, I get it. We don't trust this man and his feel pity for me type of thing. But, like, I think he would, like, literally leave rocks in his feet. I think he felt like it's supposed to stay there as a punishment for what happened to Claudia. So I think he probably does still have those petals in his feet. And Daniel asks what was fucking Armand's punishment for saving Louis and not saving Claudia, which we know is a fucking lie, because oh my god, my reaction later on when I found out. Okay,
what were the consequences of you saving Louis?
and he's like, basically demotion. I got demoted. Like, I'm not the leader of the coven anymore. These bitches hate me.
Demotion. Ridicule.
And it's just like, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. It's like, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. It's like, really? You got demoted by your own coven? Like, he acts like he can't just kill these people. Like, he can't just kill Santiago. You could kill him. Like, it's just so irritating to me. It's just so irritating. He's like trying so hard for this pity thing to make him seem like he's like this little mouse, this little fucking like little mouse, and he's like fucking a damsel in distress. He's acting like he's some fucking damsel in distress. Like, he's not probably a fucking god compared to the rest of these vampires. Like, imagine imagine, like, literally, I'm gonna give y'all guys a visual right now, okay? Imagine a motherfucker like Zeus or like Thor. Thor is like a fucking god. Okay, imagine like Thor, you know, saying to a mere human, like, no powers, because this is what I can fucking compare it to. Oh, like, just imagine Thor. Like, imagine with the Avengers. Thor, you know, and Black Widow. And he's like, oh, Black Widow have power over me. Like, he can't just fucking, like, throw her or, like, hammer her with his fucking big-ass hammer. Like, it's just insane to me. How? You know? And it's just like, this whole entire time I'm rolling my eyes and I'm huffing and puffing. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. You know? Talking about he was demoted. Oh, da-da-da-da-da. Okay. It's just like, it's so stupid. And he also was like, oh, Santiago suspected. And at that moment, before I knew what I knew, I was like, suspected, bitch, he saw you. Like, he literally looked at you and saw you did it. He didn't suspect. He literally saw you. But, like, now, recapping it, I'm like, he chose suspected. Because he didn't fucking do it. He didn't do it. I don't care. I was like, oh, I have to wait. But, like, oh my god. And it's like the betrayal after that. Like, it's even more betrayal. We're gonna get to that part. It's just so crazy. This man is insane. And I was like, okay, after that, they're talking about Claudia. They're talking about whatever. Louis is talking about, like, oh, what if I was a different man? Would I have resist lestat? No, I wouldn't. Blah, blah, blah. Everything happened. It would have played the same. Blah. Armand is like, oh, everything went back to normal after that. Like, a few days after, everything went back to normal. Santiago's the leader of the coven, whatever. He plated me. He beat me at my own game. He's looking at fucking Santiago at the balcony or whatever the fuck. And he's like, he outwitted me. It's like, and then it's like, wow. Because I didn't believe him But I thought that he was just like, I didn't think that he was a part of this, you know? It's like, I didn't believe him. I was like, bitch, you could just kill Santiago. Bitch, ain't no way. Bitch, you could, like, literally be like, who the hell do y'all think y'all are? You know? But, like, what had happened, what I had found out, I didn't even know. So this was just all a lie. A big old fucking lie. And it's just insane how this man lies. It's, like, so scary, too. Because it's, like... oh, my God. Because it's just so insane. It's so frightening. First time I've ever been frightened, and not a scary, like, oh my god, people are dying type of way, but like, first time I seen somebody lie in a movie to the point that it surprised me. Like, I've seen people lie in movies. It's like, okay, whatever. But this is like devil manipulation lie. Like, years of lying. Like, years of like hiding that you were a part of that. And it's just like, it was like, wow, that's scary as hell. This man is frightening. Yeah, I don't like Armand, and he is a world, like, not even a master manipulator. He is the devil incarnated. He is. If the Antichrist was real, he would be the Antichrist. He would be that. He would be that. That's what he would be. It's just insane how he lies. And then, anyways, he ended up the one saving, well, getting Louis out of his agonizing, yelling pain of confinements. He the one that freaking gave him blood, and he woke up. And at that moment, I was just like thinking, like, why don't vampires just feed off other vampires if y'all could survive and live off of each other? You know, it's like they could survive and live off of each other. Why just not do that? Why kill humans? Why go after humans? This man was like becoming mummified. You slit your wrists, gave your blood, and he's like up again. So it's like, y'all could live off each other's blood for reals. I guess the taste is different. I don't know. Like, probably the taste is different. Like, not that satisfying, not that delicious, but like, y'all can live off each other's blood. I don't know. Maybe they can. Maybe it's like a short time thing. Like, if you do it for a long amount of time, it could be like some damage done to you, like fucked up damage. So it's like, okay, maybe like only sometimes, you know, to be like intimate or like intense with it, you know, like, but not like for a long period of time of living off of each other. So maybe they can't, but like, if they could, why don't they? And I just love Daniel at that moment. Armand's like, oh, I was the defeated vampire. No one was looking. He's like, yeah, uh-huh. And Louis is not catching any of it. Like, Louis pisses me off. He's not catching that damn thing. He's not realizing that this doesn't make sense at all. And I get it. Like, he's remembering, he's going back in time to that event. So it's probably, like, traumatic for him. So everything's, like, whatever to him. But, like, pick up. Pick up, dude. Please, pick up on the fucking signs. You seriously think this... you seriously think that this man had no control, couldn't get back his cousin from Santiago? Please, please. And it, like, it's just anyways, we're gonna go to the next thing because it's just like, so I pissed off. Anyways, Louis ended up waking up, and then he ended up leaving the fucking theater. He ended up going fucking mad crazy. He's insane. I mean, like, valid, makes sense. He was in a little fucking box screaming in agony, and then having to deal with like his daughter, sister, niece dying and like torturing himself. So when he woke up, he was like fucking enraged, filled with anger, filled with rage, hot burning rage, filled with sadness, and probably think if I was Louis, probably regrets and felt like he was at fault for Claudia's death.
My rage had risen, followed closely behind by my madness.
He goes and went crazy. He goes to some dude's house, kills him. He ended up getting like a abandoned old church, I think. And he has like bodies of fucking things. He's meowing. Meow. Like literally meow. Freaking chalk down, going insane. He's out of his body. Madness have taken over. Anger have invaded his mind and his whole entire body, his whole entire person. And he's planning, I'm going to kill all of these motherfuckers. While he's doing that, Armand is coming into his mind like, Louis, get out of Paris. He's not listening to him. And at that moment, I was just like, this man is extremely manipulative. Oh yeah, and Louis is hallucinating, motherfuckers. Yeah, shut the fuck up. He is hallucinating some motherfucker that he killed. And this motherfucker's like, hey, kill them with a machete. So, Armand's in his head. And at that moment, I'm thinking, like, oh my fucking God, this man. And I remember what I said was, like, this guy is, like, the type of person, which is, I also said that I'm so afraid of him when I said this whole fucking dialogue speech. Because y'all know I be talking. I was like, this man is fucking insane. He's batshit insanity, like crazy. Like, this man is a master manipulator. Like, he's the devil, just repeatedly. And I was just like, he's the type of motherfucker that you would tell a secret to, and he would go. Basically, you have a friend. His name is Armand. Okay, you think he's like really amazing, and you're like, oh, I could tell him secrets. You go and you tell him your secret, you know, about like some deep shit, and it's just like insane. And that's how I felt like he is. He's the type of person to just like manipulate you. And then when you find out, probably because that motherfucker comes to you and be like, you're talking shit about me, and you know you only told one person, that person was Armand, and you're like confronting him and being like, did you tell them what the fuck I told you? He'll be like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't tell him nothing. I would never do that to you. So I was just like, yo, he's literally telling Louis to leave Paris, so Louis has it in his mind that Armand said that to him. So if Louis had regretted killing all those vampires at the theater, he would come back to his senses, feel guilty about it, feel ashamed, and would have been like, oh, Armand told me to leave and I shouldn't have, and that would keep them still attached because Louis felt guilt for doing it, which is like, I don't know why I thought Louis would have felt guilt. I mean, like, maybe he would have felt, I don't know. Louis gives me, sometimes he'll feel guilty for the bad shit he did, which he does feel guilty for some bad stuff that he does. So I thought maybe if they decided to go that way, I mean, like, I don't want to think that would be out of character for him to feel that way, but like, yeah, he didn't. But like, I feel like that's why Armand was like, leave Paris, because he wanted that in Louis' head, that he told him to leave Paris if things have gone south or if he felt bad about it after. So Louis had that memory that, oh, Armand told me to leave, I should have listened to him, blah, 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 blah. So he has his claws in Louis still. And I was just like, wow, master manipulator, oh my God, I am so afraid of this man. I would never trust a man like that ever. Like, he's the type of person that come into your life, fucks it up. He's the type of person that come into your life and you will never trust another person ever again. Like, and that's what I said. I was like, he's the type of person that come into your life, fuck up your life. You'll never trust anybody. Like, would take years to get away from him and get out of his spell, and you will never trust anybody. Like, even if somebody's nice, you'll be second guessing every single time. What if they're like him? And that's what's terrifying for me. That's why I'm like, oh my God, this man is scary. This man is so scary, because like, I'm like imagining myself in a situation with a person like that. I would be so terrified, because like, I would be like, so, because it's just like a mind fucked. it's like, I feel like mental mindfuck is just like so damaging. So damaging, because it's so hard to get out of that mind state, you know, to get out of that trusting people again. And it's like repeatedly you'll keep on remembering about what they did. So that's why I think he's so fucking scary, because like mental damage is like, it fucks you up so bad. Like so bad. Like, I feel like that's one of the hardest things to get rid of. Like, if somebody fucks you up mentally, it's like so hard, because it's like, oh my god, it's like, it's so hard. I can't even explain how hard it would be. I never experienced it, but I feel like it would be like such a struggle. So I'm just like, damn. Good thing this man is not real. And good thing these are vampires. They have years to be able to, you know, deal with that and like fucking clear their heads. Years to deal with it. But like, imagine a fucking human having to deal with it. You don't have years. You don't have years. I mean, you do have years, but not that many years, you know. It's like a lot of time wasted of your life worrying about like that man and what other people would do. And it's just like it would feel like a hold on you for your entire life if you were human, having to deal with a fucking Armand that lies like that fucking manipulates like that. And I was like, I'd rather deal with a Lestat than an Armand. Like, that's what I said. I think I said that in episode 7 too, and I said it again. I'd rather deal with a fucking Lestat than Armand, because with Lestat you see it. It's in your face. He's dramatic. He's there. He's like, boom, 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 this is me. But with Armand, it's like a fucking sneaky cat coming out of fucking shadows, you know. it's like a black fucking cat coming out of shadows. You don't even recognize it, and it's just like right there, and it's like, wow. And that's how I could describe him. It's insane. The man's crazy. And also at that point, I was just like wondering where the hell is Lestat, because to me it feels like, oh, I don't feel like Lestat would have just left. So this whole entire time, there's no mention of Lestat. There's no anything about Lestat. So I'm like, where is Lestat? And it was just like, I was like, it's weird if he had left, because like he came all the way here, you know? And I don't think he would have left Louis, or just have left and not even try to talk to him. So I'm just like, where the hell is Lestat? And we ended up finding where the Lestat was after. And there was also a scene, I'm sorry, this is coming off of memories, so bear with me. And then we get to the next scene, and Daniel was just like talking about it. It was like, what's your plan? Da, da, da. There's like a lot of them. I found out there's 13 of them. There's 13 vampires and one of him. He's like, you could have ended up dead, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes to Armand and was like, what about you? You didn't tell any of your coven? You've been with them for a really long time. You didn't tell them. You just laughed and didn't warn them. He's like, oh, I didn't know about his plan. He just told me to leave. Well, he didn't say he just told me to leave, but he's like, I didn't know about the plan. Da-da-da-da. Obviously, Daniel don't believe him. I don't fucking believe him. Like, somebody tells you to leave your coven, you obviously know they're gonna die. Like, this man's enraged. His daughter's sister died by the hands of fucking Santiago. He tells you to leave, and you think, oh, he's not gonna go kill them. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You know that we're gonna end up dead. And Daniel was just like, oh, or probably you just like stand in the sideline waiting to see who comes out on top, who comes out from the ashes. You know, would it be Santiago and some of the coven, or would it be the wheat? Maybe you just like hedging your bets, he said. He's like, no, I didn't know what he was gonna do. All I know is that I didn't want to not be with him, I think. That's what he said. I don't know the correct thing. He said, I'm gonna put the clip.
My prevailing thought was, if I'm not with him, I'm nothing.
Him, I'm nothing.
And I was just like, massive eye roll. I was just like, yeah, okay, bitch. okay. You didn't want to not be with him, sure. It's just like, he pisses me off. This man pisses me off. Okay, like, he just angers me a lot. So he ends up going to the theater. We got music in the background. Dum, 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 like a fucking mystery. Very detective. Oh, back in the days, very like, yeah, journalism type shit, you know, going on. He goes down. Everybody's sleeping. They're in the coven, so they're like not gonna, they can't hear shit. I'm just like, what the fuck? How? But they're just like dead to the world, literally, in the coven. He goes and fucking throws gasoline everywhere. Boom, boom, boom. Gasoline everywhere. All over the coffin. All over the coffin. Everywhere. And I see a note on it, and I'm like, oh, did Armand, what happened? And then there's Claudia's books, and he starts putting Claudia's books in like a bag, and I'm like, oh, Armand left it for him, of course. And he starts burning it. That motherfucker comes down, it's like, machete! I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Fucking Louis ended up killing him. It was just hilarious. That was just so funny to me, because I'm just like, I'm chilling watching it. I'm like, oh, okay, Armand left those diaries for him, and then this dude running down the stairs like and I'm just like, whoa, what the fuck? What is going on? And then he ends up killing the guy, and that's it. And then we get this beautiful scene, I think is beautiful, of the fire, the fucking theater being burned down. We've got jazz music in the background, and then Louis' little monologue, which is like super, it's giving jazz and like fucking mystery, like murder mystery vibe going on. It's just giving like murder mystery with the jazz music in the background. Anyway, so Santiago is down in the tunnels, in the sewers, whatever. The two girls that he's like been sleeping with are in bikes riding off. They're talking about, ew, it's the fucking London Coven. I'm like, London Coven? What the fuck? They got problems with London Coven? There's a London Coven? Anyways, like, and then we found out that Santiago's name is not Santiago. It's Francis or something.
Hello, Francis.
Yeah. Anyways, he was with some girl, and like, yeah, whatever. They thought that the London group came and tried to kill them because of like, somebody stole Santiago from somebody else, and it's like, oh my god, fire, arsonist is the, you know, the passion of love, whatever. And it's like, I guess. Anyways, and we just get this scene of like Louis tormenting Santiago, or Francis, whatever his name is now, and talking about his fucking maker, his maker don't fucking like him. He was weak, and the girl that he used to date, and how she was like, yeah, you have a small dick. And he was like, she only thought it was small because I had big balls. And I was just like, what in the fuck? And they're just going back and forth, and he starts talking about how it's just insane how at night, like, he uses what he uses Claudia's ashes for, and then one of them was like the most disgusting, degrading thing, and I'm just like, ew. I'll put the clip.
I would spit in them, and I'd use her hot, wet ashes to pleasure myself.
I don't even want to repeat it. Anyways, he starts getting angry, blah, blah, blah. Louis is like, come to me, come to me. Oh my god, just like lestat, just like Armand. And Santiago end up coming. He comes from like underneath, boom. And he sees cigarettes in the ground. He looks around. He turns off, and then Louis, yeah, chops his head off. I think with a machete or his hands. I think it was machete. It was so quick, so fast. That's it. Boom, he's dead. And I was just like, wow, that was fast. I kind of like it though. Like, I thought it would have been a little longer because of his rage, but like, no, when you're angry and you're like, I'm gonna do this, you do it fast and you just like be done with it. But I would have hoped that he tortured him a little bit for the shit that he did to Claudia. Like, torture the man a little bit, but he ended up just killing him quick because he was just angry and enraged and just wanted to kill them. And it makes sense, and I did like it. I was like, okay. I was like, wow, it's fast, but it was like, okay, this makes sense. I like it. It's okay. And then we move on to the next to the next. And now that I think about it too, about how fast he killed him, is also smart, because I think Santiago's way older than Louis, so he's stronger. So it'd be smarter to just kill him fast and get it over with, instead of like trying to like play this card of like dominance, because he is stronger than Louis. So he could have probably end up killing Louis. So yeah, it's smarter that he did that. Now that I think about it, the next scene is him meeting up with like, well, the next scene is actually him talking to Daniel, whatever. But the next scene after that is him meeting up, and then Daniel also got a paper from the real butler. I forgot his name. The guy that Armand was pretending to be in season 1. He got a paper from him, which later on we'll find out. Okay, and then the next scene after that is Louis and Armand in like a room talking, and he's just fucking lying his ass off talking about the play and acting like he was not involved. He was not involved, okay? He's talking about how Lestat was there, came, whatever, to rehearse the play. And he was like, you rehearsed it with him? He's like, nah, I didn't rehearse it with him. Trying to make Lestat look bad, which is like, you don't have to do much to make Lestat look bad, but it's just like the lies is insane, like insane. Anyways, I don't think it mattered much. It was just back and forth conversation about it all. It doesn't really matter because whatever. In the next scene, we get Lestat. He's like in his dungeon, I think, where his master put him at, like the guy that made him vampire. That's where he probably hanged him and everything, and probably had like all the dead corpse. When he was talking about his like maker had like a bunch of other people that look like stuff that was similar to him, like blonde hair, white, paled, like small boys, whatever, just like him, just laying there. And then he was like, so he's there. Reminiscing, I guess, about the bad times in the morning, his daughter that died. And Louis and Armand end up coming. So when Louis end up there, Lestat goes and says, was it a good day's rest? And I forgot. Did it take a lot out of you?
Was it a good day's rest? Does it take a lot out of you? Destroying everything in your wake?
Destroying everything in your wake, I think. And at that moment, I was just like, bitch, you would know. You would know, because you destroy everything, too. And it's just like, also, like, why he's mad? Why are you mad that he went and go kill those people? You didn't do it. You're sitting over here in your fucking dungeon, fucking, like, sobbing and sorring about this fucking shit. You didn't go and kill them. You didn't do it. He had to. You know? It was just like, wow. Anyways, and the scene ends up continuing with like talks about the dungeon and whatever, and he was just like, oh, I came here to think about like what made me who I am and why did I do what I do. When Louis was like, oh, about how you like literally killed your daughter, allowed your daughter to die.
Why? Burned your daughter alive? Why you rehearsed a play that would burn your daughter alive? Why you crossed an ocean to rehearse a play that would burn your daughter alive?
And he was like, the great laws. And Louis was like, you don't give a fuck about the great laws. Fire hands. I come to kill you. And I'm like, okay, put your freaking fire hands away, Louis. You're not gonna kill him. You're not gonna kill anybody, sir.
Stop it. You know how that ends.
Like, you're over here still with Mr. Can't do shit, but powerful as fuck. So you obviously... Shut up, Louis. Anger you had to kill the people that you wanted to is gone, and you have killed the people that you want to kill. You don't have that anger to kill any of these people right now. You're not gonna kill him. Stop it. Put that away. That's what I'm feeling with Louis. Like, okay, put your little fire hands away, sir. Yeah, you're so cute. Like, yeah. You're gonna kill him. You're so adorable. Like, it's just like, I don't take you seriously. Please. You're fucking here with Armand still, and you think I'm gonna believe that you... God, you're so adorable. Like, that's how I feel. That's how I would treat him. I would be like, you're so cute. That's so adorable. So adorable of you. And then, okay, Lestat ended up getting up. He's like, ew, you gonna do it? Fucking do it. I have the blood of fucking Magnus in me. And then fucking Armand over here in the fucking corner, I'm gonna be like, fire hands. Magnus burns. And then he was like, I have the blood of Akeisha. I think that's how you say her name. But like Queen of the Damn. Yeah. Magnus gonna burn, but this bitch, she tough as hell. So like, try me. And Louis don't know shit about this girl. He don't know shit about the origin of, like, you know, who made who made who. And at that moment, I was like, okay, so, like, Magnus made Lestat. Akeisha probably made Magnus. And then Lestat made Louis, which had Akeisha and Magnus blood, and him too. And I just thought, like, wait, who made Armand? Did Magnus also made Armand? But I forgot who made him. But, like, he did say who made him, and I just completely did not care and forgot. So, there's that. Anyways, so after saying that, Louis ends up walking towards Armand, and he's like, my blood is your blood. And then Lestat was like, yeah, it is. It is. It is. And then he closes his fist, fire out. Like, of course, you're not going to do shit. Armand follows. And he tilts his head down like he's some little fucking submissive little boy. And he has to follow the leader. And he has to do whatever the leader does. Like, shut the up. Shut up. Like, oh my God, Armand. Like, it's so, like, the way that he bowed his head down. And the way that he just looks, it pisses me off. Because, like, dude, this powerless play that you're doing, it doesn't work. Because people know you're powerful. It's just like, you can't pretend to be this weak person. And I know power is just not like, oh, because you have great power. Like, I kind of understand what he's trying to play at. Like, his, like, I don't even know how to say it. Like, his mind, like, he feels like he's powerless. And now thinking about it, from the bits that I could remember what he said about his master maker, he was like, and I read on Twitter, people were saying that, oh, Armand was like bought to be like passed around by white men, because he was like this small, beautiful, brown looking boy, and he was just passed around and they just used him. So I like, mentally I get why he haven't dealt with that part of him. So he's like kind of wanna be submissive in a way, but it just doesn't work because he's powerful. But he's like trapped in that kind of mindset of like submissive because of like he was bought and just passed around and was used by just gross men. And on top of that, somebody said that the painting when he went to the fucking museum with Louis, the painting that they were looking at was him, which is like why I was so confused, because sometimes I don't listen, and I need to work on that, because like if in my mind I'm just like, this is not gonna be important, so I don't listen. I'm just like looking at it and be like not listening, or like sometimes I just forget. So I wasn't really paying attention to it because I was like, okay, whatever, like move on. But like basically the reason that they were just standing in front of that painting, which I was like, why are they standing in front of this painting talking, was because the painting was him. I saw a white boy. I didn't know that was him. And like on Twitter it was like, yeah, they fucking whitewashed him. Wait, what the fuck? So the painting that they were standing in front of talking was basically him. They whitewashed him, and it's just like insane. But of course, of course. And yeah, he was just like fucking bought, passed around, was this like little boy. And it's just like so weird because they're not ashamed for people to know that they did that to some like little boy. They were more ashamed about his skin color, so they had to whitewash him and be like, it was a white boy we did that to. fucking insane and weird to me. It's like, wow, you're not even ashamed that you fucking bought a human being and did what you did. You're ashamed that the world would have known, or like histories later would have known, that it was not a white boy. So you have to like fucking be like, it was a white boy. Let's change his color of his skin, make him white. It's like, that's not what you should be ashamed of. That's not what you should be ashamed of. Like, okay. So I kind of, not going back at it, kind of understand why he's like, kind of want to be this submissive, playing this weak little boy, because he was bought and was passed around by way older men than him that had a lot of power over him. So, and these are vampires that's been living here for centuries, decades, and have not mentally checked in with themselves or had people to talk to, be like mentally fucking like talk to them and be like, this is how I'm feeling, this is like my trauma. Because back then nobody gave a shit about your trauma, okay? You felt so, suck it up, go to work. Nobody gives a fuck. You gonna get yourself, oh fucking well, life moves on, you know? It's just like, I don't care. So they couldn't talk about it, they couldn't deal with it, and so he's dealing with that, not knowing that that's why he's like that, why he's so want to be like this little weak little boy, this little submissive little mouse. What I say, I feel bad for him, I do feel bad for him at that point, because that's like fucked up. But I still don't fucking like him. But I do feel bad for him at that point. Because, like, that's just gross. And I understand mentally why he's like, I'm gonna be this small little thing. But it just doesn't work. Because, like, as soon as, like, you don't like something, you have these powers, these great powers, where you could just, like, you know? And it just doesn't work. Like, you're never not, like, even if he doesn't want to be in control, there's never a time that he cannot not be in control. You're powerful than Louis. You're older than him. You're powerful than him. You're stronger than him. Mentally, you want to be like his little baby or whatever. You want him to have control over you, power over you, because of like mental problems in your past, and you're just like dealing with trauma. And I get that, but it doesn't work because you have powers. You could pretend, but it doesn't work because he's not stronger than you. He's not. He's just, the man is not stronger than you. You're older than him, you're stronger than him. You were a vampire way longer than him. You have more powers, more ability than this man. You could literally walk out in the sun and not burn. He cannot do that yet. It's just like, you have way more power than him. It's just, the dynamic doesn't work. You can pretend all you want, but it doesn't work. And that's the problem. And that's it. It's just like, at first I was like, I mean, I'm still kind of pissed off about it, but I'm like, okay, there's trauma here. There's trauma here. This is why he wants to be this little submissive little thing to Louis. And probably he feels like that's what he should do, because like men in his past, it's like that's how it was. That's how it was. So he feels like that's what he should do. Probably to get him to love him and like, you know, but it's just, it don't work. It don't not work. It doesn't work. You're powerful than him. And then Louis goes, next scene, Louis goes, here's your death, lestat. And it kisses Armand. And I'm just like, ew. I'm just like, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna be with Armand for the rest of my life, blah, 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 blah. And whatever boy you think that looks like me, represents me, whatever that you want to get with, he'll never be me. Yeah, you'll never have me ever again. You'll never get somebody like me. Boom. Very sassy with it. He's like, you'll never get no bitch like me ever again. You lost what was the greatest thing in your life. Anyways, it's just so stupid because it's like, Louis, wake the fuck up. It's just like, it irritates me. Like, It irritates me, and it's just like, he thinks it's so cool. And I get it, he's in his fields, he doesn't know the truth. But it's just like, it pisses me off because I'm like, Louis, wake the fuck up. None of these, not one of these boys, these men that you're like picking between are good. Louis, stop it. Stop being stupid. Please stop being so fucking dumb right now. Like, I was just like, boy, you should not be picking none of them. None of them. You should be leaving by yourself. You just dealt with your fucking sister, niece, daughter dying. You're dealing with a lot of emotion and trauma right now. You just dealt with that. You're still dealing with that. This is fresh wounds. And now you're over here picking between these two awful men. Oh my god, it's just like, oh my god. And then you pick Armand? Don't pick lestat, but like, the things to come after that, and like discovering Armand even more, becoming more treacherous than he is, more just than he is. It was just like, yeah, you shouldn't have picked him. You shouldn't have picked any of them. If it was me, I would have fucking left both of their ass. I would have told them both to leave me the fuck alone. Don't contact me ever again. Like, ever. But Louis just can't be alone. Like, he needs a man he needs somebody all the time. It all started with Rose. Like, from the beginning, we saw he was always going to Rose. That was his, like, fucking therapy session. Going to her, talking. He always has to be with somebody. He always gotta be with somebody. And it's just like the worst men that he picks, you know. 2 is enough. We don't need more worse men. The 2 is enough of the worst men that he had picked to be his lovers. So yeah, he kissed fucking Armand. I'm just like, ugh, shoot me in the fucking head. They end up leaving. He thought that he did something. Wait, before they left, lestat was like, oh, let's see how long it lasts. Now that was tea. I'll give that a clap. I'll give that. Guys, give it a clap. Give it a clap. Give it a clap. Give it a clap. Because I was like, what? What does that mean? At first, I was like, oh, he probably means how far it would last, because this looked like it would not, it would not last long. This relationship would not be a good one. Okay. This man is a liar and manipulator. He have lied to you. And he let your daughter, niece, sister die. He let her die. He saved you. He's powerful as fuck. But he let her die. So it's not gonna last long. So that's what I thought he meant. But no. He meant because this motherfucker is a big old lying snake. He's an anaconda. He's the anaconda of lying snakes. Like, seriously. Is the anaconda the fucking biggest snake? Whatever the biggest snake in the snake species, he is that. The biggest fucking one. He is just, oh my god, horrible. So, he's just like, yeah, it won't last. And then we got fucking Daniel's voice like, what do you think he means by that? Questioning Louis with the right fucking words, like the right question, like trying to crack up that little fucking thick, tough skull of him, trying to crack it open, trying to make him, hey, dude, think, please think. And Louis is just like, I don't know. He's probably just like fucking jealous. Like, no. I mean, like, yeah, he's jealous, but like, no, please think. Please think. Please sit and think for a minute. What does he mean by that? But he's like, nah, he's just jealous. And it's like, oh my god, Daniel, you're trying. If I was you, oh my god, I would have just quit. From season 1, I would have been like, I'm leaving. I do not want to fucking deal with this. I'm not your therapist. Go get a fucking therapist. Go get a shrink. Get mentally evaluated. Like, get fucking tested. You need it. You need it. You do. Like, you need to figure out what's wrong with you mentally. I cannot. I'm a journalist. I am not a fucking therapist. Because, like, oh my god, that just pissed me off. And I'm like, oh my god, Louis, please, please, for a minute, please don't be stupid. Please think, please. And, oh my god, Daniel's trying. I praise Daniel for trying with this man. Daniel had been trying with this man since season 1, been trying. And I praise him for trying. But it's just like, it's so hard. It's so hard. I would have been done. I would have cleaned my hands with it and be out. Like, okay, this is what you want. I'm done. I'm done. Because, like, oh my god. My patience, I do not have patience. Like, I will try it with somebody 1-2 times. 3rd time, I'm just gonna be like, yo, like, yo, I can't. Because that now it's fucking up my mental. My mental is being fucked up because I'm angry and I'm stressing out. And you're fucking getting my stress level up. And I'm being like, am I stupid? You're making me feel like I'm stupid. So, due to that, I'm leaving. I'm gonna exit this scene. I am just like, oh my god, praise Daniel for even sticking. Like, I couldn't. Ugh, I couldn't. And the next thing that Armand does that pisses me off is, like, after the story was done, after them telling what the hell happened with them 3 in that fucking dungeon, he's like, he loves you. I don't know why I have a British accent when I think, I'm sorry, offense to the British people, but, like, I feel like this is a British accent every time I fucking mimic Armand's I'm fucking talking, it's like British. But anyway, he's like, he loved you, I can say that now, he loved you a great deal, whatever. And fucking Daniel's like over here opening an envelope, like a fucking long ass yellow envelope. And even though this is kind of probably irrelevant, but I enjoyed it. We found out that Sam the vampire is alive, and he's a DJ now. And at that moment, I was like, Sam the fucking vampire? A DJ? And then I was just like, what if it was Sam? Because he opened the envelope, and it's like, it's the play. And this whole entire time, obviously, if you guys watched the whole season episode, the last episode, I thought that it was Lestat. We never did find out who that guy is. Because, like, the whole entire time, I thought Lestat had sent that guy that was talking to Daniel in the fucking restaurant. Never found out who he was. Never found out. Like, I'm like, who the fuck is this man? And apparently Lestat had nothing to do with, at least from what we seen, he had nothing to do with. I don't know. It wasn't confirmed, but, like, from what was shown, he didn't have anything to do with this. But the whole entire time, I thought maybe Lestat had something to do with this guy, and Lestat found out who the Vampire Sam was, and went, because Vampire Sam had the fucking script. He's a DJ now. Love that. I'm like, for some reason, I'm just like, wow, that's, oh, okay, amazing to me. He's a DJ, and I thought, like, oh, Lestat had found him, like, where he's at, or whatever, you know, or probably, like, bumped into him, because, you know, Lestat is, like, practicing music right now. He's like, I want to be a musician. Probably bumped into him a couple centuries ago, and was like, hey, don't I know you? And probably threatened to kill him. And then Sam was like, it wasn't us, it was Armand the whole time. I got the monologues, he was there, his handwriting all over it. And then he gave Lestat the paper, and then Lestat sent the guy to talk to Daniel. And then, yeah, that's what I thought. That's the whole process in my mind. But no. But Sam, the vampire, he had the paper. They probably found him, got him to give them the fucking script. And then we found out, that this man Armand is the biggest fucking snake in the garden. And you know what pisses me off? Ooh. That scared me a little bit, damn. But you know what pisses me off? And it's not about Armand or these people. It's about me at this moment. What pisses me off about myself is that, like, I didn't trust Armand. I was like, time and time again, every fucking episode, ever since, I was like, I do not trust this man. Ever since he fucking was like all up in fucking Claudia's face, fucking had his hands on her throat, I was like, I do not trust this man. He's a liar. Ever since he dropped those motherfuckers on the table and talking about he can't do shit, I did not trust that man. I was like, oh, I don't trust that man. And even though I know I should not have trusted him, I didn't fucking trust him. I'm mad at myself that I actually did believe that he would have probably saved Louis. That's what pissed me off about myself, because I was like, of course he would save Louis. Of course. And then we found out he wasn't even gonna do that. Oh my god, that's the kind of shit that you find out and you're just like so... You shut down and you just laugh. Like, that's the type of thing that was just like... You would just shut down and be like... Oh my god, like fucking laugh. Just like... laugh and cry, tears coming down your eyes, people confused, like, are you laughing or are you crying? Hysterically gripping your hair, like, what the fuck, like, wow, that's the type of shit. I was just like, wow. I mean, I didn't trust the man, but I didn't think he would fucking lie about trying to save Louis. The fact that he didn't fucking try to save Louis is insane to me. Wow, like, and the thing is, it was believable. I felt like it was believable. Like, of course he would fucking save Louis. Of fucking course he wouldn't save Claudia. He doesn't like her. He doesn't like her not one bit. So that's what it was. It was like, oh, yeah, it makes sense that he would have done that. And then to find out that he didn't want to fucking save the guy that he's so madly in love with and spent decades after that. Oh my god. No, I'm lying. And that's why I was like, yo, that's the type, like, he's so, oh my god, he's the type of person that you'll get in a relationship with or just be friends with and then find out that they've been lying to you, and it's just like, you would never trust anybody ever again. He would destroy your trust in humanity, in people, in every fucking thing. You will be questioning anybody you ever met, friendship-wise, romantic-wise. Shit, you probably be questioning your own family because of the fucked up shit he had done to you mentally. You'll be like, can I trust my own family? Are they lying to me? Like, he's the type. It would fucked up your brain. It's just like so crazy because I'm like, wow. And also I was so mad at myself because like, why didn't I think that maybe it was Lestat who done it? Like, that is the thing, because both of them would have done it for Louis. And that's the thing. But the fact that one actually did it and one was like ready to let him die. Oh my god. This like, and the one that he chose is the one that would have let him die. Is just like, like, even with Lestat pissed off at him, even with him, with the fucking poisoning of him, Lestat was like, I'm gonna save you. And Armand was like, not gonna do that. It was just like, wow. That's the type of man he is. That's the man you chose. That's the man you chose to lie with. It's just like, it's just, oh my god, it's just like insane. It's insanity. It's just fucking like, and crazy. And you know what else I'm so surprised of? I'm so surprised that I'm not mad at Lestat for not saving Claudia. Like, I fucking hate him for, like, the shit that he did and ruined Claudia. And the way that he just, like, the way he treated her, I hate it. I fucking hate him for that. But I'm, like, surprisingly not angry that he didn't save Claudia. Like, it's like kind of insane. I'm more angry with Louis and fucking Armand. And I think it's probably because I knew that he did not like Claudia. Like, he loves her, obviously, that's his daughter, but like, you could love somebody and strongly dislike them, and he did not like that girl. He did not fucking like that girl, but he did make her, and that is his daughter, so he has, you know, she's in there with him, so he, in a way, cares for her, but he does not like her. So it's not surprising, and he loves, like, if it has to be between Claudia Louis, obviously we know he's gonna pick Louis, and obviously we know with Armand that he was gonna pick Louis too. But it's the thing is that Armand is strong enough to save both of them. That was the thing. That's why I think I'm more pissed off at him, because Armand is way much stronger than Louis and fucking Lestat. He's way much stronger than all the vampires that was there. So he could have saved both of them, and he didn't. He chose not to. But like Lestat, he could have saved both of them, and he knew it. He was like, if I save Claudia, then I can't save Louis. And that's probably why he didn't fucking save Claudia. Because he choose Louis over Claudia 100 times over. Not 100 times, but like a lot. So we already know him. He's already like, okay, we know you're not that powerful. You could only save one person. We know if you can, it's gonna be Louis. It's already done deal. It's him. He's gonna do it. But Armand is strong enough to save both of their asses, and he didn't even do that. He did not save not one, not one of them. And it's just like, wow, that is insane that you have that much great powers, and you did not try to save not one of them, not even one. And it's just so insane. This man is fucking insane. He's insane. Like, what? And the crazy thing is like he pretend that it's like, okay, if he wasn't gonna save Louis, why did he pretend that he was captured? Like, why did he do that? I get it, it's for the show, and it's supposed to be written to that way, because then like Louis wouldn't got with him, and then yeah, all this stuff wouldn't have happened. Like, he probably would have killed Armand, and he's like, no, we can't kill Armand, we need him, he's interesting, we need him for season 3 season 3. So yeah, and I think something's gonna happen with Armand and Daniel, and I'm like, no, leave Daniel alone. Like, keep that man away from him. Get a job, get away from him. Stay away from him, get a job. Like, seriously. But like, people are saying that they probably gonna be a thing, and I'm just like, how and why? Like, I don't feel Daniel would like somebody like Armand. He doesn't fucking like the man. Like, but they're apparently gonna probably be a thing, probably. I don't know. But let's see season 3, yeah. And it's just so funny. That's just so funny to me. The man had powers to like save both of them. He chose not to save not one of them. And then the one that doesn't have that much power to just do that, he calculated and he was like, who do I want to save more? And he immediately knew, Louis. So he let his daughter die to save the love of his life. And there we go. So that's why I'm probably not mad at him as much as Armand, because he does not have that much power to save both of them, and he chose, and we knew. It was like, of course, you know, it was like, of course he's gonna save him, not her. He done it. He chose him over her time and time again. They chose each other above her time and time again. She was just this little glue, this little bandage for their marriage, even though it was not really helping. The bandage was not helping. But it stayed, and it held them, connect them together. You know, it's like a divorce. Well, it's like a divorced marriage with kids. You know, you divorce each other, but hey, you got a kid. So even though you hate each other's gut, you gotta compromise because you got a kid together. So So that's what's Claudia, the kid that connects them together still, even when they're like separated and hating each other's guts. She's there to get them back to each other, because, hey, she's our child. We have to take care of her. Not really. They didn't do it. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. It's just so insane. And it was just so funny with the scene with Daniel, him like figuring it out and saying it. Like finally fucking waking Louis' eyes up. Like,
Armand, Amadeo, Arun. You were supposed to die with Claudia. He didn't save you. Lestat did.
Saying it. It wasn't him that saved you. It was fucking Lestat. And I was just like, oh my God. I was so shocked. But that was a fucking beautiful scene. Love Daniel. Love that scene. It just like, it got you in the edge of your seat and just like, oh my God, he was so good. He was so good. I love that whole scene. It was so good. So surprising. So shocking. It's so insane. So many feelings. Love the way Daniel did it. Love the way the actor who plays Daniel did it. The way he delivered it was amazing. It was fabulous. So fucking beautiful. Love it. Love it so much. Like, one of my top scenes in this season. That and Lestat in the theater talking about how he broke Louis. I know it because I did it. I broke him. That was so fucking cute. Not cute. That was so fucking good. That was so applause. Round of applause. Round of applause. Him crying. The emotion in his face. It was so good. Like, appreciate it. Round of applause. Round of applause. Those two scenes are amazing, and Claudia too, like her scenes are beautiful, amazing. I appreciate like oh my God, the fucking actors in this show is so good. They're so good. They deserve an award. I don't know what award it is, like Grammys nominate, I don't know, but they deserve one. Best writing. The dialogue is so fucking good. I'm just gonna praise it for a minute, y'all. The dialogue is so good. The way they talk with each other, they're all their own different person, and they have a specific sound and tone, like not in voice, but like the things that they say, the way that they say it, they have their own personality within it, and I love that. And the way they deliver their lines is so great, and that's the thing that confuses me with Lestat. Because I love the way Sam, the actor, just plays Lestat. But I hate Lestat. But I love the character and the way that Sam plays him. So it's just like, oh my God. I hate this man, but I love his performance. Love it. And it's just like, yeah. They're so good. Even Santiago, like I already praised him from the beginning. The intro of that man. Oh my God, it was so good. I was like, oh, he's giving me Lestat. It was so good. Acting in this, the casting is so good. Like the best casting I have seen in a while. Like in a while. Everybody's so talented and so good, and it just fits. Everything fits, and it's just like, I can't see not one of them playing the character that they played. Even season 1 Claudia, like, even though I love season 2 Claudia, I love that girl, but I wouldn't want season 2 Claudia to had gotten the role for season 1 Claudia, and I wouldn't want season 1 Claudia had gotten the role for season 2 Claudia. I kind of liked that they switched Claudia, because like I love the way that the story goes, and I love how they figure out a way to be like, okay, this is why they switched. Now in my mind I'm kind of like, because like people was like, oh, the first girl left because of Avatar, but then somebody said no, we don't actually know why she left. But now I'm thinking they probably just like, she was supposed to just do one season, probably. Maybe that was their whole plan, for her to do one season and then season 2 recast her as somebody else, because it was like following the storyline of, oh, a play. Now somebody else is Claudia. Now this is how Claudia really looks like, not the memory or the ideal of Claudia in Louis' mind. This is her. This is really her. Now I'm thinking that's the plan the whole entire time. That is insane. Like, I'm not a fan of switching casts for one character between seasons. I hate when they do that, and it's just like so annoying, especially when nobody talks about it. And it's like, how are they gonna talk about it in the show? But like, at least make a little joke like, oh, you look different, you know? But they never do that. They just act like that's the same person. Like, if you make a little joke, then I'll be like, okay, that's funny. Okay, I could deal with that. But they just completely act like, nah, that's the same person. It's just like so weird. It's just like, I hate it. But like with this one, I liked it. So I'm just praising the characters right now, and the actors, and the way that they were written, and the way that they were portrayed is so beautiful. And that's it. We're gonna get back to it. So yeah, Daniel fucking told him, crack his head. Daniel was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop tapping that fucking eggshell head of yours. I'm gonna fucking Humpty Dumpty your ass. I'm gonna push you off that fucking ledge. Like, you need to like fucking crack open. Your skull needs to crack open, sir. So Daniel was like, yeah, no, bitch, he didn't save you. Lestat fucking did. And I was just like, wow. Wow. And it was just like such a shock. And I was just so mad at myself that I thought that Armand would have saved him. And I was like, I don't trust that man. It's just like the reason is because I don't trust him, but I believe that he would have done that for Louis. And that's the betrayal. You know, somebody you don't trust, but think that they would have like an ounce of like doing something kind of good. And then it's like, no, they're all around, flat off, the worst person. And it's just like, wow, the fact that I gave you that grace of thinking that you would have done this one thing, and then you fucking did it. You didn't fucking do it. And it's just like, wow, my dumbass. Thank you. Round of applause. Clown over here. Fucking clownery. And it's just like, wow. It's like the worst when you trust somebody that you don't fucking trust, even for like a tiny bit. Just like for a fucking teensy weeny bit that you're like, oh, I believe they would do it. You don't trust them already. You already don't fucking trust them. But you believe that they would have done that one thing. And then to find out that they didn't. It's just like, I didn't give you a big trust of myself. But I gave you a tiny bit of trust of myself. I believed you a tiny fucking bit. That one little bit. And then you didn't fucking do it. And it's like an even bigger betrayal. Like, you got hit with a betrayal, and you got hit with a double betrayal. And it's like, you know, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on fucking me. Not shame on you, shame on fucking me. You know? Shame on fucking me. Because why would I believe you the second time? It's just like, oh my god. It's like I did. It's not like I believed him. I just thought that it was in his character to actually save Louis. And it was just like such a shock that he wasn't even gonna do it. And then he lied. He didn't even fucking tell him. Which is like, well, I spent centuries with this man, decades, not telling the man. Lying, pretending to be in this fake happy little thing, and just like literally torturing each other. And then after all of that, you know, Armand does what he does best, trying to manipulate, talk, be like, no, we've been through so many, like, you're gonna let him mess it up, blah 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 blah. They go in the back room. Daniel gets a message from the people, and they're like, get the fuck out of here, get out. And at that moment I was just like, dude, leave, because like, you don't know what the hell's gonna happen. Armand could come after you and fucking kill you. Louis could like think that you're lying and listen to Armand and get manipulated, or just like really be pissed the fuck off that you even told him the truth and ruin his little happiness. And it was just like, come and kill you. So I was like very afraid for Daniel. I was like, oh my god, please don't kill this man. And I was just like freaking out, like, get out, boom, crash. And I'm just like, oh my god, leave. He goes and check it out like a white man do. When you're not supposed to check out something so horrifying, leave. They don't. He goes and check it out. Anyways, it wasn't that bad. Well, Yeah, it was Louis. Louis aggressively shoved Armand against the wall. And he was like, you better fucking leave my house, bitch. And don't you fucking touch Daniel.
You're not to touch him. Do you understand? You harm him in any way, I will kill you. Do you understand? I'm leaving now. When I return, you need to be gone.
Because if you do, I'ma kill you. And I'm just like, Lil Wee, he's... You can't kill him. He's an agent. You yourself cannot kill this man. Please. No, honey. No. But he ended up leaving. Boss ass. He's like, sorry for all of this. I wire you money. He leaves. While he's leaving, he burns. He set Daniel's fucking laptop on fire. And I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's so funny. Because I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I would be so pissed the fuck off. Because man, you did not have me here. Sitting here in this fucking goddamn complex of yours. This fucking place. This fucking coffin. Your fucking coffin. You did not have me sitting in your fucking coffin. Listening to your bullshit for 2 seasons. 2 fucking seasons. You whining, crying, talking about lestat, Claudia, Armand, the dumb decisions that you have made. You did not have me here. Me having to sit across from you, watching you fucking drain an animal in front of my face. You did not have me sit here doing all of that shit just for you to burn my work. Burn my work? I was like, yo. Anyways. Oh my god, I hate everybody. Except for Daniel and Claudia. Everybody. I hate everybody. Oh my god, he burned his work, y'all. He burned his work. Anyways, we end up leaving. And the next scene we see him in a cab going. They're talking about New Orleans and that there's a storm. Everybody's leaving. Why he's coming in? He's like, a new start, whatever. I don't know. Whatever. He's like going back to New Orleans, and I'm like, oh, he's going for Louis because he gotta apologize. Exactly. Your bitch ass talking about you would never find nobody like me. I'm gonna be with Armand. Bye. He told you. So let's see how long it lasts. It did last a pretty long time, but damn. Anyway, he's going back to New Orleans. The fucking cab driver is talking about like some band music thing that he saw, and I was like, ooh, let's stop. Anyways, so he ended up in New Orleans. He he got a fucking hotel. He was just like going on a, like those people that fucking tour you in places that you've never been. They're like, hey, this have, you know, historical landfill, whatever, you know, those people. He was in like one of those groups, and then he ended up seeing some like guy just like hanging around the corner, vamped, got some rats, and then yeah, put him in his bag, and he followed him, which brought him to his old home with Lestat and Claudia, his old home. And Lestat is just there playing a piano, a wooden piano, and I'm just like, he has gone into insanity. I'm just like, wow, this man have gone into insanity. He's just like playing his keyboard and shit. It's just like, what the fuck? A fucking wooden keyboard. This is so funny. Of course, his extra ass would do that, but I'm like also like worried, kind of like surprisingly worried for the man. I'm like, oh. Water break. Oh, I talk a lot. So yeah, Louis follows the guys. He ends up at their old house. Yeah, Lestat is there with his little keyboard, whatever, and they end up talking. They just end up talking. One funny part was like, one funny part is like he's like standing there with his fucking wooden keyboard, and the thing is still playing, and literally, I thought that was just background music, not like he was like literally playing music. I thought it was like the editors put that in, and he was like probably just sitting in silence. Like, that's probably why I was like very worried about him, because I thought he was just sitting in silence with a wooden keyboard. And then like the editors had put in, you know, the background music, and then he was like, Alexa, stop. And I was like, what the fuck?
Siri, pause.
Wait, that was Alexa. Oh my god. It's like, wow, this man, of course, his extra ass. And that's why I'm like, I cannot not like Lestat. Like, I hate him, but I also like him, and I have come to terms that I like this man. Okay, I hate him, especially with Claudia. I fucking hate the shit that he done, but he's just too funny. He has way too much like charisma, and that's the worst thing. This is why it's so bad for people to have so much charisma and just charm and just to be so funny, because like, I won't say that you will forgive. Like, some people might forgive the bad shit that they do because of it, but like, not me. I won't forgive somebody, but it's like, it'd be hard to like really stay mad at a person like that with so much charm and charisma. It's like, I hate him, but like, kind of weird and probably, I don't think problematic, but it's like you would miss that person, you know? And that's what's so bad, because like, they're awful, but like, and you know the horrible things they do, but like, you would kind of miss them. And it's like, that's because I kind of did miss real Lestat when we got like this fucking hallucination of Lestat through Louis, because he didn't have that charm, that charisma, that spice that real Lestat did, and I kind of missed him. And that's why I was so happy when real Lestat popped up, and I was like, oh my god, I got a real Lestat. And that's what I hate, because like, it's so terrifying with people like that. They're just awful, goddamn awful, and you will hate their fucking guts for the shit that they do, but they have so much charisma, so much charm, they're so funny, and it's like, you miss them a little, and that's so bad. In real life, dealing with somebody really like that with that much charm would be so toxic and so scary and horrifying. Like, I'm so glad that Lestat is fake. There's like real people like him that's like awful but have so much charm, and it's like, you miss them because you also remember all the like funny things and all the good things, and even how ridiculous they would be with their outrage. It just made you laugh. And it's just like, oh my god, I miss that. It's like, now you question yourself, are you toxic? Are you fucking toxic? Everybody's toxic. Everybody in this earth is toxic. It's just the levels that you could deal with. And yeah, so I have come to terms. I like Lestat for his dramaticness and his just like fabulousness. He's so fabulous. But I hate him when him being a father to Claudia, him being a maker to Claudia, and I hate the toxic relationship between him and Louis. But I love his over dramaticness, his full on theater kid. I love it. It's just, oh my god, and I hate that I love it, but I do. Anyway, so Louis ended up going and talking to him, and he's like, why didn't you tell me that you don't want to save me? And Lestat's just like, you know, his sassy, amazing self, like, well,
I don't like to point out my virtues. Besides, I knew you'd figure it out. And look, you have.
I just let you suffer, you know, like, oh, well, you chose what you chose, you late. He's so petty. But same. That's the thing, too, because I kind of feel like the pettiness that Lestat has, I'm kind of like that too, so maybe that's why I also like him a little bit, because like, I would be the same way. Okay, you want to kiss this man in front of me and tell me that I'll never find somebody like you and that you don't want to be with me? Like, yeah, I know I'm horrible, but like, you want to hurt my feelings? Okay, go be with the man. Be with the man to save you. Go be with the man. You know, I'll be the same way. And then when it comes due time and you find out the truth, I'm gonna be staying there, and I'm gonna be like, well, you chose who you chose. Like, couldn't do anything about it. Why the fuck would I? That's the level of pettiness I am. I'm just like, okay. Like, why fight you? Why fight you for that? You know, whatever. You want to choose that man, choose him. So, that's what basically he said. He said, like, you chose what you chose. You laid in it. Hey, I hope you were happy. You had a great time with that fucking man. And that was it. And then they talked about, Louis talked about how he have accepted his gift now and saw it as a gift, him being a vampire. And I was just like, what? That's not a fucking gift. And I was like, okay, maybe it is a gift. Like, you have a long range of time to, like, figure out who you are. And you don't have a time limit, you know? Because you're not gonna die until somebody, like, fucking stake you or burn you. I don't know. but you don't know when that's gonna come. It's not told. But, like, with real people in real life, you have a time limit. Well, not really, because some people be living up to 100. But, like, you know, most people think they're gonna die around 60, 70, 80, 100. So, when they get to a certain point in life, they're like, panicking. They're panicking. They're like, who am I? I need to deal with my shit. You know? And go around apologizing to people that they have done horrible shit to. Or probably never do that and just, like, accept that they're goddamn awful human beings and that they're gonna die. And if people's gonna be there, people's gonna be there. If they're not, I don't know. You know? But, like, with vampirism, you have a long range of time to, like, figure out yourself. You don't have to rush to figure out who you are and why you do the things. And on top of that, you have time to just wait until, like, mental health comes into play and you could, like, go talk to somebody. At one point, maybe vampires could, like, get mental health because mental health is gonna come into the scene. So yeah, now they're in that time and era where, like, mental health is a thing. We could talk about our mental health, y'all. Let's get some help. Okay? And they can figure out who they are with help and don't have to, like, have a time limit or be like, oh, I'm gonna die at one point and be so scared of it because they're not gonna die. They have a long way. So I guess that's a gift, but I'm like, what fucking gift? But okay, you have accepted it. They talked about Claudia. They cried. He said it's not your fault to him. Couldn't do much about it. It was also his fault. He did ask him to make Claudia, to make her his daughter and stuff like that. I'm glad he accepted that it was his fault. He is to blame for the making of Claudia and for the death of her. Thank you, Louis. Thank you. And lestat asked him about that day that he burned himself and Armand had called him. Find out that Armand was actually talking to him. And they were crying. He was just crying. It was like great performance, but literally I had just gotten, like, a day after. Literally the day that I recorded episode 8, I had just watched fucking episode 6 and 7. In both of those episodes I cried, and one of them fucking tear me to pieces. Like, hello, I had seen Claudia die. So I was just dealing with the death of Claudia. Yes, I was mourning her. The character. Yes. So I was dealing with the death of Claudia, and I was just pissed off at everyone. I fucking was pissed off at Louis. I fucking was pissed off at Armand. I was fucking pissed off at lestat. So in this scene, I just didn't care. I was just sitting there like, I just didn't care. I did not care about these two motherfuckers because I was so still mad about Claudia dying and how it's also both of their fault that she was in the situation that she was in and that she was never supposed to be made. So I just didn't care, really. So yeah, but, like, I guess now I love the performance between them two in this talk. I love the scene. And I kind of do feel bad for lestat because that was his daughter, even though he didn't show much love to her. That was his daughter. He made her. And, like, if there's a bond between, like, you know, there's a vampire bond between maker and child. So I'm feeling the death of Claudia did affect him. Not just like, oh, that's my daughter, or like that's somebody I spent time with, but also in a vampire bond type of way. I feel like if somebody died that you made, it will still affect you even if you hate them. I just feel like it would affect you because it's like a bond. That's my blood in her. I made her. So I think that's also was in play there, the bond. And now she's dead, so it's like the bond is broken or whatever. Or maybe it's still lingering. I don't know how that works. I don't know. I'm figuring out the lore like you guys. Well, maybe not like you guys. Some of you guys read the book, so y'all probably know the lore. But I'm figuring it out. So yeah, they talked about Claudia. They cried. He told him, it's not your fault, it's my fault too. Da 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 da. And it was just so funny while they're just standing there hugging each other. The storm outside is like, doo, doo, doo. It's just like wind blowing, storm, everything. And it's like the house is shaking. I'm like, that house is breaking down. But I kind of feel like that was symbolism. Back then, when I was watching it, I was like, what the fuck is going on? That house is gonna break. But now, thinking about it, I'm like, that's probably symbolizing something, you know, the end of them. Well, not the end of them, but like, you know, the end of this era, the house, the trauma, healing again. You know, sometimes you gotta break the house down and then start over, build it up again, maybe make it better. So I think that's a symbol of them beginning to heal. You know, they apologized, they talked, they got some clarity with each other. It's not gonna be that easy. They're gonna have to deal with it. It's gonna be a long way to go, but I think that's a symbol of like the storm has happened and now it's gonna be done. And the house, the trauma house is breaking down. It's falling apart. I don't know. That's what I think. No, probably not. It's probably just it's a storm, and I thought this was gonna be cool in this scene, so we did it. Because sometimes it's just simple as, I just think it would have been cool if like a storm was happening while they were talking, and the house was just shaking, and that was just it. That was it. It was no symbolism. There's nothing to symbolize. There's no meaning behind it, but I think there was a meaning behind it. So that's what we got. Yeah, and then after that, we got Daniel. Daniel, he actually got the book published. So, I don't know, maybe all his stuff was, like, saved on the hard drive. The laptop got burned. So, maybe he fucking ran, and took his hard drive out before the fire went to the hard drive. So, he had all his stuff in the hard drive. But still, like, dude, you burned my laptop. The fuck? So he probably had all the shit on his hard drive, so it's all saved. So that's why he still published the book. He published the book. He went on television. The guy that's interviewing him do not believe that vampires exist and thought that this was like fiction, non-fiction, fiction. Yo, I had such a trouble with that. What the fuck, fiction, non-fiction? Not real events. But he's like, yeah, no, these are real. Vampires are real. And he's like, okay, yeah. And I was just like, well, what? Did you think they were going to believe you that vampires are real? Maybe some people believe you. And he was like, I sold mad copies. And I was like, I would have bought that copy, though, too. Like, I would have literally thought that it was a non-fiction book posing as a fiction book. You know, like how certain writers like to write stuff that's not real but make it seem like it's real, like real events. Like Daisy. Daisy, like the musician, the people. Like, write it like an interview, you know, and be like, oh, this is real event, which is like all fake people, not real people. So I thought that if I was real, if I was real, I am real. If it's real life and vampires did exist and all this was happening, and I saw a book, and it would be all over TikTok and Instagram and everywhere. So, and if I saw it and people was praising it, I would be like, oh, let me go buy it, let me check it out. And if I was reading it, I would have thought it was fake. So I understand why that man don't think it's real. So, and people, of course, people buy it. There's people that actually does believe vampires are real. And there's people that would just like to enjoy the book. It would have been like, yeah, this is not real, but this is fun to read. I like how they like make it seem like it's a real interview. So that's it. And then Daniel's a vampire. Yeah, Daniel is a vampire. He is a vampire. I was surprised and I was like, wow. I'm just so happy though. I'm happy Daniel lived. Now he's a vampire, so we're gonna have him more. In season 3, he's gonna be here. He's gonna be here for how long ever the show runs, I hope. So I'm happy that Daniel's gonna be here. And that's it pretty much. And then at the end, we hear a bunch of vampires talking about, oh my god, how much they hate Louis and want to kill him and how they want to kill him. And Louis was just like, yeah, you want to come fucking kill me? This is where I stay at. Pull up, okay? I don't got big guards guarding my door. They're humans. You could get through them. Pull up. My door's open. Pull up. My windows unlocked. Pull up. And if you want to come in the morning, are you too scared that the sun's gonna be out and you're gonna burn? Sunproof windows, bitch. Pull up. So he's like, come get me. Let's go. Let's tussle. And I was just like, okay, man, you got it. Okay. A little pimp lestat, a little cool lestat right now. And that was it. And he was like, I own the night. So he's accepting himself. He's accepting he's a vampire. He's like, all these motherfuckers. He's like, yeah. And what about it? I'm done. And then he has Claudia's last clothes. The clothes that she wore when she died hung up over there. Somebody said in the comment section that we are going to see Claudia in season 3. I know there's the CamCon thing. I haven't watched it. So I'll probably watch that. I'll probably watch it and see. But so, they said, yeah, Claudia's gonna be in season 3. Don't worry. Like, don't play with me. Like, I care for Claudia. For reals. Like, double. Okay? So she better be there in season 3. Anyways, at the end of that, all I talked about was how much I hate all these guys. Except for Daniel. I like him, but I do not have that bond. That, like, bond that I have with Claudia. I like Daniel. Like, I see myself in Daniel. Yes, especially when he's just like, oh my god, fucking Louis, shut the fuck up. Like, or oh my god, Louis, like, open your fucking head. Like, open your eyes. Like, I see it. I see it when he goes, and rolls his eyes, and it's like, yeah, okay. Like, that's me. Yeah, I see Daniel within me. The same. But, like, I had just, like, a bigger connection with Claudia. I loved her so much. I connected with her. She was me at points. Like, I could see myself in her. And I was just like, I cared for her so much. And I think it's because she was like this little girl that was made in a vampire. And she just didn't deserve what she got. And, yeah. And all she wanted was love. Seriously. And then she ended up dying. But I'm glad that she died. Finding that love. At least she got that experience for that little bit of moment. At least she got it. So I'm happy for that. And yeah, I just was like talking and ranting about how much I hate all of them. And how I'm only happy for the Queen of the Damned character to come in season 3. And I hope she brings hell for all them motherfuckers. But it's going to be a Lestat focused season. Way more. Focusing on Rockstar Lestat. Yeah, so she's going to be a problem for him. And then somebody comment that his mom? I was like, wait, what the fuck? His mom? I do not read the stories. I don't know shit about this. The only thing I know about Interview with the Vampires is from the movies. I've literally only watched Interview with the Vampire through other YouTubers that reacted to it. So those are the only thing that I know about it. And I watched Queen of the Damned because of Aaliyah. That's it. I did not know nothing about his mom. I thought his mom was dead. Like, for real's dead. His mom's a fucking vampire. She's gonna cause problem for him. And I'm like, what? The fuck? So, that season's gonna be filled with women characters. And I hope they bring hell. If Claudia's gonna be in season 3, I'm happy to see her again. I'm happy to see the Queen of the Damned character and Lestat's mom. And I'm ready for them to give him hell. I'm probably gonna end up liking Lestat more in season 3. Especially if they make it like super sad, like some deal. Because like the only person that he had from season 1, from what he said in that dinner table in Louis' house when his brother was talking to him, was that his dad and his older brother was like, I think older brother? His dad and his brother was like abusive. Like his dad was super abusive. They treated him bad. The only person that he had was his mom. So I'm like, with this season and the mindfuck that's been going on, I'm kind of like, wait, was the mom good? So I'm like kind of worried in season 3 we're gonna find out that the mom was not great. The mom was not great. Like his memory of his mom was like, no, but she didn't know. No. So I'm like, oh please, no. But it's like only a snippet of thing. Like all he said was that it was just his mom. His mom was very kind to him, and his brother and dad was just like a fucking asshole. And for some reason, his dad didn't want him to be religious. Okay, but that's different. I've never heard that. I was like, mostly parents want their kids to be literally force their kids to be religious, but his parent did not want him to be religious. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for sitting here, hearing me talk about the season, because I was like, hell no, I'm not gonna watch this whole entire season, and y'all not gonna get episode 8 in my reaction. I mean, like, this is me talking about it, and this is what happened. That's what I thought. I hope you like this video, and if you guys want more videos like this where I just watch and come and talk to you, just like recaps it like this, which is not a really good recap because I'm just going off memories. So it's just like me basically poorly telling a friend, or like if I would explain this show to my brother or this episode to my brother, this is how I would explain it off memories. So it's not that great. Yeah. But if you guys like it, and if you guys want me to do more like this, where I just watch the show and talk about it, yeah. And to the people that wanted me to watch Supercell, sorry, they're gone. And I did not like Supercell enough to rewatch it or want to rewatch it. And I'm not gonna do something like this with Supercell. So, if you wanted me to watch Supercell and want to see my reaction, I'm not doing it. I don't like it. The show is okay. It's not that interesting. It's okay. It's like an okay thing to watch once and never think about again. So, sorry. I will be watching Arcane because season 2 is coming out soon in September. Not September. August. I don't know when. But in a couple of months from now. And maybe 𝐁𝐄𝐓, because I think I do like 𝐁𝐄𝐓, so look out for that. And some movies are coming out. I am going to be watching Maxine. Yeah. So thank you. I hope you like this video. Thank you for sitting here watching me. 2 hours. It's 2 hours, guys. 2 hours worth of me talking. Thank you for sitting here watching me talk about this show. And if you guys like it, like me just sitting here commentating and poorly telling you a recap and what I think about it, please let me know. Please let me know, because I've been for a while wanting to do something like this, but with like TV show, making a podcast where I just like talk about shows that I watch. Like maybe I wanted to do Secret Life, you know, Secret Life with Shailene Whitley. Yeah. So I wanted to do something like that, but I was like, I'm doubting myself and doubting if people like it. But if you guys like it, tell me so I could do it. And it'll be like a podcast thing. It'll be on the podcast section. And we could just sit and we could talk, and I talk about my feelings and how I felt then and how I felt now while rewatching it. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching and clicking this video. I appreciate that you clicked and watched me. Thank you. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe and turn on that bell notification so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. See you next time, and I'm sorry that it took me a while to upload this. And maybe this is going to be a while to upload it and edit it. I think this is going to be faster to edit. Because editing fucking movie reactions take a long ass time, guys. It's so wild. My process of like editing a fucking reaction is so crazy. It's so bad. But I think this one is going to be easier and come out faster. But like, hey. So maybe this week. So thank you. Bye.